I want to start here with the big one, Denver, Colorado. Some of you love this guy. Some of you can't stand this guy. Anthony, where is Russell Wilson going to go? He's minus 225 to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, plus 500 to be a Raider, plus 600 to be a Bronco again. So they're saying there's still a chance he's a Bronco. Do you think there's any way of that? And what's your take here on Steelers at minus 225? Pretty crazy.
I think minus 225 is pretty crazy. I think we have to look at what was the last time that the Russ free agency sweepstakes, what did it look like? A bunch of the conversation, around that time around the carousel was where the family wanted to go, where Russ and Ciara wanted to go. And they felt that Denver was a pretty big place to be in terms of the media, in terms of the entertainment. And I feel like that is going to play a factor, and you might say that, he's only going to look to what team fits him most. I think if he was truly keeping that into consideration, there's a good chance he would have never been a Denver Bronco in the first place, because I don't think it was a good matchup, from the get-go going in. It just wasn't a good pairing right there. I look at a place like Las Vegas. You can go to basically be in the center of the world, the entertainment capital of the world. Ciara could be playing shows every other night. And I do think, with this coaching staff bringing back Pierce, I think that Russ could actually fit in well. We know that it's been a storyline about Russ that he has a tough time building connections, building chemistry on teams. I feel like he goes over there with this coaching staff where it's a little bit different of a feeling, where I do feel like the number one thing that's valued on that team is chemistry and this feeling of togetherness, this connectivity, headed by, head coach and with Max Crosby over there. I feel like he comes into that and comes into a really good feeling situation, which I think is something that Russ needs right now. I feel like he needs the conversation to be off of him, why he's the issue, why Denver doesn't want him anymore. And he needs to go into a really good feeling, team where everything's kind of on the up and up. And I just feel like the Vegas Raiders right now, they're on the up and up, at least in terms of the team chemistry wise. I could see him fitting in very well there. But, obviously you're the Steelers fan. Do you want to see him with your team, or do you think that he might be a better fit somewhere else?
Folks, I'm going to try so hard not to put any of my bias in what I'm about to say. So, Anthony, look, man, does he fit as a Pittsburgh Steeler? Well, I think you nailed it on the head with why he came to Denver. They wanted the spotlight. They wanted to be in this city where they thought they could be on top of the world. They bought the biggest house in all of Denver and all these crazy things, right? Like they wanted him to be that guy. And my thing is, if you go to Pittsburgh, brother, the Steel City, it ain't about lights and cameras and flash, and it's not. Now, phenomenal city, and I would move there tomorrow. I love you, Denver, but I would move there tomorrow. I absolutely love Pittsburgh. I think it's a great place to be. I actually believe that he fits there. And Anthony, I'm looking at the options on the board, and I'm going to stick with what I said earlier in the week on one of our other shows. I think Justin Fields has a more promising career, right? I just don't know if Russ is on his way out, but system-wise, dude, I think it's the perfect fit for him. I think he can go in there. He doesn't have to be a star. He doesn't have to run the ball too much. All he has to do is read defenses, keep the sticks moving. Now, he struggled to do it in Denver, but I think Denver was a losing situation for Russ. It didn't work from the word go, and I think it would work with Mike Tomlin there in Pittsburgh. The problem is Tomlin might only have 1 year left. A lot of guys over there might be on the up and out here pretty darn soon. So if they're going to make this happen, I think Russ has to go in there and he has to ball out from day one. And my only fear is I think that there's more likely of a chance that a Justin Fields comes in and makes an impact a lot quicker than Russell Wilson. So sorry for my long answer, guys, but do I like Russ in Pittsburgh? I do. Do I think he's going to go there? I do. But do I think that he's the only good option on the board? Absolutely not. I think Bo Nix or someone in that 20 range is perfect.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I totally agree with you. But the thing with Russ, I think is also interesting is we're not only grading him based on his performance last season, we're grading him on how the Broncos used him last year. And I think they underutilized Russ. And then they underutilized him and then pointed the finger at him when it wasn't working, which is something like that's crazy. Because even late in games, like I can't tell you the amount of times that they're late in a game. They need genuine points and they need big yardage, big gains with the clock ticking down. In Russ, instead of making these long throws downfield, these are little checkdowns to P. Ryan, where they do pick up a good little bit of yardage because the defense is playing back. But that can't be your recipe.
You can make that throw. Yeah. I'm telling you.
I'll look good making that throw too. You better believe it. But like the fact that Russ is an NFL caliber player with a cannon on him, when you have legitimate weapons that can go down the field in Sutton and in Judy, and you chose not to utilize him, it's tough to then grade him on the normal qualities that make a good quarterback when he wasn't allowed to do that in the previous seasons in Denver.
Yep. I'm with you, Anthony, guys. It's going to be very interesting. Please leave a comment below. Let us know. Shoot us a DM. Let us know how you guys are feeling about Russell Wilson. Do you want to see him stay a Bronco? I mean, I know we're out here in Mile High Country, but it seems like 90% of people here are like, yo, let him go. We're done with him. I actually think it's a mistake, but at this point, I do think he's up and out, and I do think that he's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. But make sure you guys head on down to Jackson's at 1520 20th Street here in Denver, Colorado. The best sports bar in all of Denver. That's Anthony Hirsch. Give him a follow at Anthony Hirsch 23, myself at Rick Sports Talk, and we'll see you guys next week for the Sports Forum radio show every Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. We'll see you guys.